Section 1 of Lullabye-Land, Songs of Childhood. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Lullabye-Land, Songs of Childhood by Eugene Field. The Rockabye Lady. The rockabye lady from Hushabye Street comes stealing, comes creeping. The poppies they hang from her head to her feet, and each hath a dream that is tiny and fleet. She bringeth her poppies to you, my sweet, when she findeth you sleeping. There is one little dream of a beautiful drum, rub-a-dub it goeth. There is one little dream of a big sugar plum. And lo, thick and fast the other dreams come, of pop-guns that bang, and tin tops that hum, and a trumpet that bloweth, and dollies peep out of those wee little dreams with laughter and singing, and boats go a-floating on silvery streams, and the stars peek-a-boo with their own misty gleams. And up, and up, where the mother moon beams, the fairies go winging. Would you dream all these dreams that are tiny and fleet? They'll come to you sleeping. So shut the two eyes that are weary, my sweet, for the rockabye lady from Hushabye Street, with poppies that hang from her head to her feet, comes stealing, comes creeping. Garden and Cradle. When our babe he goeth walking in his garden, around his tinkling feet the sunbeams play. The posies they are good to him, and bow them as they should to him, as fareth he upon his kingly way. And birdlings of the wood to him make music, gentle music, all the day, when our babe he goeth walking in his garden. When our babe he goeth swinging in his cradle, then the night it looketh ever sweetly down. The little stars are kind to him, the moon she hath a mind to him, and layeth on his head a golden crown. And singeth then the wind to him a song, the gentle song of Bethlehem town, when our babe he goeth swinging in his cradle. The night wind. Have you ever heard the wind go, yoo? 'Tis a pitiful sound to hear. It seems to chill you through and through with a strange and speechless fear. 'Tis the voice of the night that broods outside when folks should be asleep. And many's the time I've cried to the darkness brooding far and wide over the land and the deep. Whom do you want, O lonely night, that you wail the long hours through? And the night would say in its ghostly way, you, you, you. My mother told me long ago, when I was a little tad, that when the night went wailing so somebody had been bad, and then when I was snug in bed whither I had been sent, with the blankets pulled up round my head, I think of what my mother'd said, and wonder what boy she meant, and who's been bad today, I'd ask, of the wind that hoarsely blew. And the voice would say in its meaningful way, you, you, you. That this was true I must allow. You'll not believe it, though. Yes, though I'm quite a model now, I was not always so. And if you doubt what things I say, suppose you make the test. Suppose when you've been bad some day, and up to bed or sent away from mother and the rest, suppose you ask who has been bad, and then you'll hear what's true. For the wind will moan in its rulefullest tone, you, you, you. The Dinky Bird. In an ocean way out yonder, as all sapient people know, is the land of Wonder Wander, whither children love to go. It's their playing, romping, swinging that give great joy to me, while the dinky bird goes singing in the amphalula tree. There the gumdrops grow like cherries, and taffies thick as peas, caramels you pick like berries, when and where and how you please. Big red sugar plums are clinging to the cliffs beside that sea, where the dinky bird is singing in the amphalula tree. So when children shout and scamper and make merry all the day, when there's naught to put a damper to the ardor of their play, when I hear their laughter ringing, then I'm sure as sure can be that the dinky bird is singing in the amphalula tree. For the dinky bird's bravuras and staccatos are so sweet, his roulades, appoggiaturas, and robusto so complete, that the youth of every nation, be they near or far away, have especial delectation in that gladsome roundelay. Their eyes go bright and brighter, their lungs begin to crow, their hearts get light and lighter, and their cheeks are all aglow, for an echo cometh bringing the news to all and me, that the dinky bird is singing in the amphalula tree. I'm sure you like to go there to see your feathered friend, and so many goodies grow there, you would like to comprehend. Speed, little dreams, you're winging to that land across the sea, where the dinky bird is singing in the amphalula tree. So, rock-a-bye, so. So, rock-a-bye, so. Off to the garden where dreamikins grow, and here is a kiss on your winky blink eyes, and here is a kiss on your dimpled down cheek, and here is a kiss for the treasure that lies in the beautiful garden way up in the skies which you seek. Now mind these 3 kisses wherever you go. So, rock-a-bye, so. There's one little Fumfay who lives there, I know, for he dances all night where the dreamikins grow. I send him this kiss on your droopy drop eyes. I send him this kiss on your rosy red cheek. And here is a kiss for the dream that shall rise, when the Fumfay shall dance in those far-away skies which you seek. Be sure that you pay those 3 kisses you owe, so, rock-a-bye, so. And by low, as you rock-a-bye go, don't forget mother who loveth you so, and here is her kiss on your weepy deep eyes, and here is her kiss on your peachy pink cheek, and here is her kiss for the dreamland that lies like a babe on the breast of those far-away skies which you seek. The blinky-wink garden where dreamikins grow, so, rock-a-bye, so. The Duel. The gingham dog and the calico cat side by side on the table sat. 'Twas 12:30, and what do you think? Nor one nor t'other had slept a wink. The old Dutch clock and the Chinese plate appeared to know as sure as fate there was going to be a terrible spat. I wasn't there. I simply state what was told me by the Chinese plate. The gingham dog went bow, wow, wow, and the calico cat replied meow. The air was littered an hour or so with bits of gingham and calico, while the old Dutch clock in the chimney place, up with its hands before its face, for it always dreaded a family row. Now mind, I'm only telling you what the old Dutch clock declares is true. The Chinese plate looked very blue and wailed, "Oh, dear, what shall we do?" But the gingham dog and the calico cat wallowed this way and tumbled that, employing every tooth and claw in the awfullest way you ever saw, and Oh, how the gingham and calico flew! Don't fancy I exaggerate. I got my news from the Chinese plate. The next morning, where the two had sat, they found no trace of dog or cat, and some folks think until this day that burglars stole that pair away. But the truth about the cat and pup is this: they ate each other up. Now, what do you think of that? The old Dutch clock, it told me so, and that is how I came to know. Good Children's Street. There's a dear little home in Good Children's Street, my heart turneth fondly today, where tinkle of tongues and patter of feet make sweetest of music at play, where the sunshine of love illuminates each face and warms every heart in that old-fashioned place. For dear little children go romping about with dollies and tin tops and drums, and my, how they frolic and scamper and shout till bedtime too speedily comes. Oh, days they are golden and days they are fleet, with little folk living in Good Children's Street. See, here comes an army with guns painted red, and swords, caps, and plumes of all sorts. The captain rides gaily and proudly ahead on a stick horse that prances and snorts. Oh, legions of soldiers you're certain to meet, nice, make-believe soldiers in Good Children's Street. And yonder Odette wheels her dolly about. Poor dolly, I'm sure she is ill, for one of her blue china eyes has dropped out, and her voice is asthmatically shrill. Then, too, I observe she is minus her feet, which causes much sorrow in Good Children's Street. 'Tis so the dear children go romping about, with dollies and banners and drums, and I venture to say they are sadly put out when an end to their jubilee comes. Oh, days they are golden and days they are fleet, with little folk living in Good Children's Street. The Bottle Tree. A bottle tree bloometh in Wynken-Land. Hi-ho for a bottle, I say. A snug little berth in that ship I demand, that rocketh the bottle tree babies away, where the bottle tree bloometh by night and by day, and reacheth its fruit to each wee dimpled hand. You take of that fruit as much as you list, for colic's a nuisance that doesn't exist. So cuddle me close and cuddle me fast, and cuddle me snug in my cradle away, for I hunger and thirst for that precious repast. Hi-ho for a bottle, I say. The bottle tree bloometh by night and by day. Hi-ho for Wynken-Land. And bottle tree fruit, as I've heard people say, makes bellies of bottle tree babies expand, and that is a trick I would fain understand. Hi-ho for a bottle today. And hi-ho for a bottle tonight, a bottle of milk that is creamy and white. So cuddle me close and cuddle me fast, and cuddle me snug in my cradle away, for I hunger and thirst for that precious repast. Hi-ho for a bottle, I say. End of section 1.